Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're doing episode 1 of the Spectating Warzone Pros series. In today's video, we're going to be watching FaZe Booyah, who ended up dropping a 40 kill, 0 death gameplay in the $100,000 trio kill race he was playing in and today on stream. I will showcase the lobby stats on the screen. You guys can see this is a .97 KD lobby, which is actually on the extreme low end. So for him to end up getting 40 kills without dying, while doing 13,500 damage, only taking 200 damage, we're going to learn how to outplay our opponents in this video. The class setup you guys obviously probably want to know. Pharah MP5, which is the best loadout to run. I'll showcase the class setup on screen real quick here so you guys can see the attachments, but the majority of what he did in his gameplay just outplayed everyone. He did 13,000 damage while only taking 200 damage. So if we quickly pause, what we're taking a look at first is where they're going to be hot dropping. Like I said, this is a, as you can see, Toronto Ultra kill race tourney. So what they're trying to do is get the most kills possible. You can see there's still 90 players on the bus. So they're still technically hot dropping. They are landing on a hospital, which has always a lot of contracts and a lot of helicopters. There is one buy station here, a buy station here, a buy station here, and usually one down here. So there are 4 different potential buy stations. By hot dropping, they're going to be able to get a lot of kills. They're going to get a helicopter for the early rotations. They're landing at a place that has contracts, so they can get a bounty early on. Then obviously a buy station to buy a loadout. So we're going to focus on a lot of their gunfights and kind of listening to their communication on how they end up, doing the callouts. So you guys can see Booyah end up beating Swag to the helicopter, which made Swag a little bit mad. So the first thing with the helicopter, usually in a hospital, you want to push and you want to land up top. A lot of those players are still going to be landing in, and you can hit them with the helicopter to get those first kills instantly, which is going to help a lot. So obviously they already got a kill, killed the guy up top. The next objective here is to collect the money, did a couple more kills, and then rush to buy your loadout and get a bounty. So what you notice there is they did call it that recon. And for me personally, a lot of times players get recon. They are players that are going to just have a fresh stack of cash. Completing recon gives money. So anytime I see a player do a recon, I want to push them immediately, let them do the recon so I can kill them and take their money. So you guys can see still in the helicopter, like I said, able to do a lot of kills. You're able to just instantly hit them and kill them. You guys can see they do now have the exact amount they need to get a loadout. Like I said, getting the bounty before the loadout's going to allow them to tag who they're looking for. They're going to immediately go for their loadout. The one thing you guys probably will notice, which I do want to take a quick second to notice, there was money on the ground. I think it was about $2,000. This is a kill race tourney. He's trying to get the most kills possible, not really worried too much about money. So they're going to be bounty hunting, helicopter riding around. So this is where he obviously grabs his first loadout. Like I said, obviously overkill the Pharah with the Cold War MP5, which is obviously the best 2 guns for kills in my opinion, which the majority of players were running the World Series of Warzone. So you guys can see the Cold War MP5, which is the mobility class setup. And for the best moves, be Bruiser Grip Raider stock, Tiger Team 50 round mag, and the Agency. The Pharah class setup was the Axial Field Agent 60 round mag, Agency, and then obviously the RPK barrel for the best bullet velocity. So what they're doing is they're going for the bounty as soon as possible. You guys can see he already got 2 kills. This is a pretty hard rush. Bounty's already dead. So in this situation, what they should be doing next is obviously loot up, buy a UAV. The next thing is they already grabbed it before I can even say it. The next thing is grab another bounty immediately. Anytime I play trio or quads, the first bounty gives you a good amount to buy a UA. You get a 40% bonus. You immediately get $4,000 for the next bounty. So he's just going to use the helicopter. 100% confidence here. Just push this guy. He has the Cold War MP5. Which you guys can now see. It's not even the first circle rotating yet. They've already completed 2 bounties. Booyah's already got $13,000. So the goal here, obviously, buy UA. Try and get an advanced up. See how many players they can find and mark to rush. The one thing here that I've learned, I don't remember who taught it to me, but the biggest factor was to not buy advanced early on. A lot of times your teammate could go down, or just buy 1 UAV and save. A lot of players early on aren't going to have ghosts. They don't have their loadout yet. They pop the big boy there just so they can see where the players are so they can rush around and find them, but it's always best to buy a UA and then save one. So you can obviously get the most amount of money possible and always have in your pockets in case you have to buy a teammate back or something. But you can see what he does here. Obviously goes up top. Goes for the easy kill first. Another guy coming up the ladder. So what you can see here, why he's outplaying these guys. Obviously shooting guys aren't shooting back. But going for the advantage here. He has a UA so he knows they're down low. They're not going to climb up the stairs. He's reading the UAV to where they're on the minimap. They're on the zip line to come up. Once again, grabs the third, I think there's a third bounty already. So already in their third bounty, UAVs are out. Obviously with him flying around in a helicopter, he's going to be able to get around super, super fast. The one thing though, we want to see how he's outplaying these guys. Like I said, this is a 1 KD lobby, which is not the best. Probably below average in my opinion. You know, the 2 bounties he's hunted in a row are players that are non-ghosted and don't have loadout. Which is definitely going to give him a huge advantage. So you guys can see the biggest factor here, which you can see in the bottom left corner of the screen here, and why they end up doing so good in this game. I believe they got 89 kills as a trio, is they always have money, which was a huge advantage. So you guys can see once again another bounty popped. Bounties already worth 6,600, which is a lot. So you can see he already has 7 kills at 100 players left. This is a 40 kill game, which the majority of this video is probably going to focus more in the end, where he ends up getting a lot of kills here. You can see he swaps to pop the UA here. Kind of rotating back towards Swag, because Swag is on a 4-on-1 fight here, so he wants to help him. The one advantage you guys will see here, he does land up top, so you can obviously not, get shot first. Ends up helping him team wipe there. Those, not the best players to kill, but the one problem here is now he landed the heli up top. He's got to get a car to get it out, but was a good advantage there landing up top just because he doesn't drop down on the ground where he can end up being seen or something. So once again, advanced UAV up. You can see instead of calling 2, buys and saves. Gonna immediately rotate back to the helicopter again. Got 9 kills, 90 left already, which is huge. Still has $11,000. This is why advanced UAVs are so good, is because you can just see players they have no idea you have the advanced on them. So what they're doing here is rotating towards the edge of gas to hold the players that are rotating in from the north, which is going to give them an advantage here. So you guys can see they are once again trying to play for high ground. All three. Swag is with him, so they're running in a 2-man here, which is good. You can see once again with the helicopter, the one thing he's doing, which is a huge advantage here, he's always landing on high ground. He's not dropping down low. He's not, compromising his position, laying on the low ground. He's always staying high ground, which is going to give him a huge advantage. Another most wanted target, another contract completed there, which, like I said, done a lot of contracts. So you can see he's holding high ground. 2 players below him, which do have to rotate in. One guy's going to have to come out. He did come out. Doesn't go up his position. So the one big huge advantage here, he does not give his position up. He stays on high ground and does not give it up.
The heli's literally a bullet. No.
Alright, so he lost his heli, so now we're gonna see. So 80 players left, 11 kills. I know in quads a lot of people get more kills because you're allowed to buy back. But you can see he's end up going to get 30 more kills in this lobby with only 70 left. So what he's going to go for here, he just gets his ghost. That way he can obviously not be on radar. So once again, you guys can see how many UAVs they've called. And they've had an event 3 times. And then had another UAV with it, which they've called like almost 15 UAVs already. And they still have $14,000 a piece. Which is why I think bounties are so good in quads. Because if you end up wiping a squad with that bounty, looting them and getting their body, you're gonna end up with a lot of money. So he's kind of playing the back of the edge here, which is not the best. But you can see he's waiting for the UAV call, which they don't have one.
What do you mean? I'm flying out of team.
Somebody pop.
I just fucking dunked on this guy.
This guy's flying in.
So the one thing you'll notice here is with these downs, he's not immediately thirsting them. That's probably one of the things that I personally probably make a big mistake on. As soon as I down someone, the first thing I do is try and thirst them. He does only have 60 bullets, What he's doing here is he's downing them with his AR and killing them with his SMG. So he can try and reserve that ammo
That guy fucking
in the AR, which is going to be his go-to weapon for getting the kills. So he ends up getting 3 kills there with his assault rifle. You guys will see this Cold RP5 is honestly not used much. It's used as purely speed, which is the class that has the Bruiser Grip, the Tiger team, to give you the best movement speed possible. So you guys will see he does a majority of his stuff just running around with the Bruiser Grip and the Tiger team to give him the fastest movement. Not really used to win gunfights except from that close range. So once again, back into a vehicle, which if you're trying to get the most kills possible, definitely the best way to play. But the consistent factor we've seen here is he maintains high ground. He picks his spots to shoot only when he can get the kill, and he's always using a vehicle. So he is now rotating towards the guy you guys can see on the radar at the buy station above him to the top left. Also rotating towards this buy so you can buy a UAV.
No! Fucking rats, bro.
Free kill, free kill, free kill.
So he's in a 1-1 fight here. You guys can see what he's doing is not challenging.
There's 2 ladders to go with that shit.
He's in a 1v3 right now, and he's definitely going to get out of this. So the one thing you'll notice here with that vehicle advantage, it moves faster, and that Bertha has tons of health. So what he's doing is reloading all his guns before he gets back into the fight.
Some UAVs, what up?
It is a fire cell, so they have a UAVs out.
Shit. Come on, give me down, give me down.
Getting shot in the back again. He does have Daddy here.
Where are they, Chris?
Trying to play smart, get the best advantage possible.
Here.
So he's fighting 3 ghosters here with 2 guys behind him flanking him here. So let's watch how he outplays this here. So you guys can see he's just playing his life. Instead of trying to get into a 1-1 challenge here and play his life, goes for the head glitch. Gets a huge advantage here. Instead of playing for the thirst, like I said, a big factor I'm learning here from him a lot is he is playing his ammo. Majority of times I would try and thirst there, I'd run out of ammo, I wouldn't be able to get the kills. You can see once again, like I said, going for the thirst with the SMG. Sound horning the 3rd guy, so that guy that he just downed is probably the last guy alive that has Daddy. Or the last guy alive is the guy that had the self there. So you guys can see how I played that. Once again, he played low ground. Did have the low ground, but what he did is he ended up plating up using his death sounds to spread himself out, give himself the advantage, and then go to and rotate to a heady.
You killed one?
Was in a 1-on-3 situation, ends up playing his life, which is a huge factor for him. Plays his life, gets the advantage back in his hands, and just rotates. You guys can see playing high ground here, reading his UAV. Good outplay there insta thirst because he needed it. One problem there, didn't end up looting that body. Gets his reload in, and is end up gonna wiping this guy. So team wipe here. Obviously in a trio kill turn, I'm gonna try and nitpick a little bit to try and see things that he could have done. 3 different bodies there he ended up not looting, not saying he needed them, but I don't think he has more than like 60 bullets in his reserve mag here. Ends up buying a UA. Hangs on to it because he just killed all the players on that half of the map. Ends up finding a body there to loot the ammo from for. So the UAV there is not going to be of use to call it in because he's rotating. He just killed all the players on UA, so by calling it in there, by the time he got to this guy, the UAVs probably would have expired. UAV popped, 3 players in front of him. Once again, you can see immediately wraps to the heady to get the head glitch advantage. Good shots there. Excellent shots there.
He might be doing the thing.
Good shots again. Like I said, once again, the consistency. We're looking for consistencies here in what he does. Swaps to his MP5 to go for the thirst.
So, whoa, hold on.
So you can see there, he uses all of his AR ammo to down them. He uses the Cold War MP5 to get all the kills.
UAV or not?
Once again, another nitpick thing I like. Obviously, we're watching one of the best players to play the game. Does not obviously loot the bodies there. You can see wraps this corner, UAV advantage, sits on the heady. 2 more kills.
Please.
Why the fuck y'all got 25, man?
Yeah, so you guys can see he's
Where's
just
your 25?
using advantages and everything.
Fucking in a blender.
Once again, though, like I said,
Chris, just take
We
this
are
one
watching
before we
this,
do
in
it.
my opinion, for me to even try and learn something as well. That is the first 3 bodies he didn't loot, the second 2 bodies he didn't loot, and the other 3 bodies he didn't loot. That's 8 bodies in a row he didn't loot,
You got it, Chris?
which is not a huge thing,
Yeah.
but would give max ammo the most money possible, so you could probably get a big boy going. So before he gets into this fight, he's just going to try and push up as fast as he can. Once again, you can see swaps to the AR because he realizes this Cold War MP5 is not going to kill there.
Yeah, they're up top.
That little fucking demon.
The reason I'm kind of trying to nitpick that not looting thing is because this is a trio kill race tourney. Majority of players watching this are probably playing to get kills and wins. Would have looted. That's I think the 9th body in a row he did not loot. Is playing for the most wanted here to get the kills for money. You can see the one thing he's doing here is not compromising his position. Positioning for Booyah is everything. You guys can see how he does not reveal his position. If it was me, I probably would have jumped on that guy there and, you know, exposed myself floating through the air to get a free kill on him. Or he would have allowed him to get free shots on me. So the one thing I've yet to see him make a mistake. 27 kills in, has not made a mistake.
I'm about to buy a super.
So he's going to buy 2... See, he had to buy immunity there and use his money. He would have looted a couple of those bodies. The one thing he switched here, though, they got the big boy up. Could have grabbed the bounty there. Would have grabbed the bounty there. So he's buying an airstrike in this situation versus the UAV because he's going into an open field. So with the airstrike here, it's going to allow him the advantage in the fight to where he can airstrike and make them move from their position while it allows him to rotate into his. So once again, 3 players non-ghosted, which gives him the advantage again. Money's a little bit low, only at 5 grand here, but
Not that guy.
you guys can see running with the MP5 out because it's built for the mobility. So he's getting him a really, really hard rotation here. Did shoot there, which is a little bit of exposing his position, but
Even already?
still a bit of damage. So he ended up downing. I think it's 3 different kids from different teams fighting.
Oh, I fucking knew it, bro. I knew the way these guys were playing, it was gonna be an RPG.
So you can see once again, always downing with the FAR, thirsting with the MP5. It's been the consistency he's been doing here. Not that it's a big thing. I'm just trying to look for things that we can try and learn from. Once again, high ground versus low ground, using that UAV to his advantage. Thirst with the MP5. So now he has 1 body left. You can see immediately rotates to that iron pillar there to stand behind to get on a good head glitch. Thirsting with the gun. An MP5 again. Has a buy station here. You can try and get a UAV up probably and save his airstrike for later, which he does. So he now is all the way up at 30. So this is where the most important thing where we're going to try and learn from. You can see once he actually didn't end up looting these bodies. So one thing I've been calling out for, he actually did there. So now he's going to the next fight with full ammo, a little bit more cash. Takes the vehicle to get a quick rotate in. So there's only 25 players left. He's going to end up killing 10 of these 25, which is huge. So once again, like I said, he's yet to make a mistake. I feel like I'm learning a lot just from watching this. So it looks like he's going back for a hard rotation because he's got a guy here on radar. 2 guys back here behind him, so you guys can see. He's playing the heady, so he's sitting behind the box to give him the advantage here. The only way you can shoot him is you got to hit him in the head. Using the heartbeat to try and get a beat on this guy. Heartbeat gave him the advantage there. Ends up getting dead silence off that body. There's 1 guy left over here these guys try and take down. He could try and pop up one of these bounties, which you heard the buyback there. Just going to allow him to get more kills, but...
Hey, bro, these guys...
Me there, I probably would have grabbed one of these bounties. So he's going to use his airstrike here to try and get the insta down.
The guy's my mark.
The guy's right in front of him somewhere. That's the floater. So there's 1 guy left here.
Wait,
There
what?
he is. Alright, so you guys can see the advantage we're going to try and watch here is how does he play this?
I'm probably dead.
Wow. Outplayed. Still fighting the other guy here. This guy's in gas. He outplayed those guys bad. Does have self and a gas mask here. He should be fine.
Yeah, I think I do.
I want to rewind that. That fight was really, really good to learn from.
I'm probably dead.
Possible to kill. though.
All right, so he's hunting. So there is a Gulager coming back. I believe the Gulager landed here. His teammate popped back because one of them got thrown. So the Gulager landed with him to double team him because they know he's still here. He's still waiting. So what he's doing here, the advantage, sitting on the head glitch, using the heartbeat, fighting non-ghosters. He has dead silence, a heartbeat, and a head glitch. 3 massive advantages to help him win his gunfights. The one thing you want to see is he does have this guy in heartbeat. So he gets shot in the back. You guys can see absolutely cracked here. So the one advantage he does is, I've seen a lot of videos with this, the rechow. He rechows to get the hearing, to hear the guys pushing him. So he rechows to get that side advantage on the guy while he's plating. You can see that peak right there. He's still peeking. He is not giving up his position. He is in the power position behind this box because the guy can't see him. But what he's doing is he's allowing himself to look around so he can see, which in my opinion is giving him a huge advantage.
I'm probably dead.
So this guy, see, the guy can't see him, which is a huge advantage for Booyah. Ends up going for the slide. Slides past him. This is where the Cold War MP5 is never going to lose. One advantage here that you do see, winning the gunfight, crouching, sliding, and proning. All 3 of those things together will improve your hip fire, which you guys can see he did not ADS. He went for pure hip fire. So crouching, sliding, crouching will turn you into sliding, and drop shotting. All 3 of those things improve your hip fire, which gives him a huge advantage there. You guys can see, once again, goes straight back to the heady. Switches to his MP5, which is obviously a good close range gun. While he knows he's going down, tries his best to get back as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think I do.
Hits the self-res.
Yeah.
Does have that core MP5, which, like I said, has the best mobility.
Oh, wow, they're all behind the wall.
Still has it out. He's always, the one thing I'm trying to learn from this is what guns he's using when. So he's always using the Cold MP5 to run around, always using the Cold MP5 to thirst. The mobility is excellent and it kills faster.
I see that.
So he's got 33 right now. He's playing, watching this left side. There was a buy station over here looking for a buyback.
He precision too? Bro, he precision and fucking cluster.
So one thing we'll notice here, he's low on plates.
I think every gun, something down bad.
Only has 3 plates here, which is going to have to try and find a body to loot, or he's going to have to rest. Okay, he found a body here. So you can see, once again, back to the heady. Using the heartbeat. So the one thing I want to notice here, he's always on the heady. Always sticks to the head glitch. So when he's pushing up here, he pushes up with a heartbeat. Another advantage. Sitting on a heady. So right now, if you're the enemy and you're anywhere in front of him, the only thing you can see is from his chin up. So he has your whole body. All you can see is his neck. You guys can see he holds his position. And when he's moving forward, instead of rotating all the way to the right or all the way to the left to get out in the open, you can see he holds that position. Goes for the... So right here, he has the guy cracked. Instead of, just pushing and jumping out, just holds his position, gets the kill. Obviously not the best player to fight against. Like I said, one thing I'm learning from this a lot watching Booyah, the amount of times I've watched him, he does not make mistakes. This is a lot for me to learn from. No mistakes have been made. He has only died once.
Oh, I thought you said
That's because he got stuck with a thermite. So there's currently 6 players or 6 more kills he's going to get. So this is a perfect situation to learn from. Like, so this late game was huge. Currently has 9 people spectating. There's 5 teams of 11 left. 34 kills. Both of his teammates are dead. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to see how he plays this. There is a buy station at fire. They do have a loadout available. So his goal is to buy his teammates back while getting kills and also playing his life. If he dies here, he does have gulag. I think the gulag's already closed. So if he dies here, they lose. So what he has to do is play his life. You can see once again, every time he pushes in, rotates to a heady. Rotates to a heady, rotates to a heady. Alright, so he gets an 8 hit marker. He's going to go for the buyback instantly. Just in case he dies, he at least have a teammate floating back in the air, which is one of the smart things you can always do. So what he's just doing, he did not break the glass here. That's one thing I did notice. In order to not reveal his position, this glass here is not broken. By breaking that glass, it kind of allows the other players who are looking in to see a little bit better. To see him better. So huge advantage there to not give that position up. Just going to hold this high ground, try and watch for the rotation, and then boom. Gets a perfect zone. To be able to hold these kids out, they're gonna have to rotate towards him. They get money to get a res.
I'll go for it.
Drops the money for the res, so they're gonna get 2 teammates up here.
The way they're playing, I don't know. They're moving, dude.
So this is the late game. He's gonna have to just hold his position, not reveal, not make any mistakes, like I said, which has been the consistency.
Just ran.
Yeah, backside.
Mounts here, that way you can get the better accuracy possible.
Should be free licks.
Is wrapping towards him.
All three.
Notice they were wrapping away all the way to the right, so he ends up pushing this. We'll see what advantage he tries to play here.
I'll keep live pinging.
There's one dead body here.
Right here.
They're just running down.
They're all just running down.
Ain't nothing you can do there if your teammates bot back, bot, and just live pinging them.
Nice. Kill him so I can get
That's just amazing teamwork there to be able to just have a guy in the gulag floating back to get all those kills.
In here, in the restroom.
You got a cluster off the body. Clusters where all these kids are standing.
I think he pushed that, right?
That was just a good play there. Just played smart and just held his position and didn't give anything up.
Yeah, you guys
That's once again, like I said, the one thing you've learned the most from him. He does not make any mistakes. So what he's doing here is getting into the big boy, because the big boy, you can't really damage it. Just going to play this close range with his MP5 out.
Another one.
Ends up absolutely shredding that guy. Comes back, double checks his body.
On you?
38 now.
I'll cluster. It's the sweaty ones.
We're missing a team, or we're missing a solo.
D, come on the other side of the wall. They're pushing you on that side.
Go.
So they have a cluster here, which is going to reduce the sound of these guys. You can hear the call out, armor off. These guys have no sound.
Crack one.
Pushes in, boom, and it's a
These other
double
guys-
wipe.
Dead.
40.
Good shit, guys. Good shit.
Game
Missing a
over.
Solo.
Maybe in this range racks.
So you can see the one huge advantage Booyah doesn't make mistakes. The one thing is he always uses his AR to down people, MP5 to thirst. As you can see here at the end of the game, ends up having 13,000 damage. If I could make one recommendation, obviously it's a kill race tourney to try to get the most kills. For you guys watching this video from him, loot those bodies. And I think he had like 9 different bodies in a row he did not loot for money or ammo, which obviously didn't matter anyway, but would have allowed him to get more money. You can see with the amount of money they had, end up not buying advanced UAVs. Just stuck with the UAVs. And you can see head glitch, heartbeat. I've always been debating whether I should use stuns or heartbeats. You can see he did not use a single stun. Just plays his power positions. Either high ground or a head glitch, low ground, or head glitch, mid ground. Uses his guns where they're good. So, excellent gameplay there from Booyah. Like I said, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you guys are new. And if you guys want to go check out Booyah, obviously on Twitch, YouTube, we linked in the top description. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you.